starting shortly. I'm a little hoarse, and it says Two Sisters live. Of course we are. We're just waiting for the record button. And bam, we are live. The bandwidths are working. What a way to kick off 2021 with some good web vibes coming through. Good morning, everyone. Hold on. We got to do that. We got to do that because guess what? It is 2020, baby. It is 2021, and this is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss, Lady Canna, live with Two
Sisters. And hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva, with an Happy New Year 2021, Fantabulous Friday.
I know.
So many different things to chat about on Fantabulous Friday. The first thing that I woke up and thought was gratitude.
That's a great one.
You know, everybody's been talking about their word, or, you know, I saw a lot of posts yesterday. Hey, you know, taking one word with me, you know, what would you suggest or whatever for 2021? And I thought gratitude, because gratitude really can be broken down into so many different areas. And, you know, I'm not going to talk about what a shitstorm 2020 was. You know, that's not something that we need to rehash, but definitely what I can touch upon is the effect of that, what gratitude and the blessings have had on me. You know, if you had told me last January 1st, 2020, that I would be where I am now in my business, I would be like, what? I don't see that. So I have gratitude for that. I have so many things to be thankful for. So Lady Canna with the 2021 tiara, take it away.
Of course, because of course it's New Year's. You've got to ring it in with some horns and some bling bling and, you know, the little crown going on. Of course you do. And I think it's all about, you know, we've chatted so much about 2020. Like you said, we don't rehash it, but what you do take away from it is you take the blessings, and that is the footing of your next adventure. That is the footing. A lot of us had to do some discernment. I mean, I talked about that a lot. I had to do a lot of praying. I'm sure most of us had to do a lot of praying because we had to pivot. And whether it was pivoting in our business, pivoting to where we're going, new career, maybe in, you know, some people actually moved, believe it or not, in 2020. Actually, a lot of people moved. So we had all these things going on, and they are the stepping stones of today. Today, I mean, when you think about it, it's Fantabulous Friday. Who doesn't like Friday, right? It is a new month, and it's a new year. It's not just the new month, it's a brand new year. And how are you going to mark it? And a lot of times we had to go through ick. We had to go through junk. We had to go through, I'm sure a lot of our listeners and our audience had doubts. You know, are you making the right decision? You know, especially if it's a career move, are you making the right decision? And I kind of went through that. And I know other people have gone through that. You know, we absolutely love it, what we do. And we're always broadening our horizons on how we can serve others. So I'm going to ask, not so much about me, but I'm going to ask our audience, what did you take from 2020 that is actually pivoting you and catapulting you into a great 2021? Because ultimately, we always talk about that, even in 2021, as what it is, 9.5 hours old. We do not dictate what goes on in the world. We can only dictate in our own space, in the sense of we can control our actions, we can help others, we can serve others. And how do we leave our mark? We already know how we left our mark in 2020, but how are you going to leave your mark this year? It's a brand new year. So I'm super excited, starting off my morning with my new greens, which I absolutely love, very refreshing. And I just love the fact that, you know, when you get that new passion, that new drive, that new year, what, you know, it's like it's a blank page, it's a blank book. And each year is another best-selling story. So for me, each month's always a chapter of that journey. And we got a blank page today. How are you going to start your day today? How are you going to add value? Are you going to be part of the solution and not part of the problem? Are you going to say, you know what, in order for me to serve others and serve my family and serve my community and serve people that I want to help, I've got to set the pace. I got to set the tone. And only we can do that. Don't you think, Jan?
Yes, and it's funny that you said, not funny, but you had mentioned something about praying. And the other word that popped, I mean, obviously I pray every day, sometimes all throughout the day. And the other word that popped into my head, there's a lot of popping going on, is the praying perspective. The praying perspective, what does that mean to me? That means that my perspective on a certain outcome cannot be dictated on how I react, but how I contribute. How can I contribute? And, you know, there are so many wonderful things in store for 2021. And you know, all the different book projects going on, the Knockout Shelley project, the Quarantine Awakening, and my very good friend Sandy, her cookbook, which by the way is not a cookbook, okay? It's so much more than that. And I'm just so excited for the different prospects that are happening, you know, to make that connection, to contribute, to have a perspective that, you know, not only helps me, but obviously it helps my clients, it helps my family, helps my friends. And I've had to not take a back seat, but I've had to kind of step back and put my leg up. Well, that gave me a lot of perspective on, okay, well, I can't do this, but I can do that. And I think we kind of touched upon that yesterday. But my perspective is really more of a creative perspective and how that's going to go forward, because there are just so many amazing things happening, so many amazing things that I don't even know are coming our way. And on a personal note, you know, I've decided when we've talked about 75 hard, and I decided that I'm gonna kind of do my own version of it until I'm able to do exactly what I want to do, of course, in a modified type of version. And I started out yesterday with doing chair exercises, and it kind of kicked my butt. And I'm really grateful for that, because when you look at what you can do and what you can't do, that's a different perspective.
Absolutely. And I think, again, that it goes back to establishing and writing down your goals and your visions. And a lot of times the goals and the visions don't have, you know, everyone thinks when, oh, the goal, they think of this massive, huge thing like, you know, I'm going to conquer this, or I'm going to, you know, go from, you know, this income to that income, or I'm going to go from, you know, this 1-bedroom apartment to this mansion. And while a lot of that is really dependent on your commitment to hard work and working towards those goals, goals don't have to be so huge that they're not attainable. So I like to break out the goals. So, you know, are you, you know, you're starting out your 2021, our audience, are you writing down your goals, big and small, and have different perspectives? So what is my daily goal? Then, you know, then write down, what is my weekly goal? Could be, what is your monthly goal? Where will you see yourself in 3 months from now? Where will you see yourself in 6 months from now? And what I would encourage everyone, sometime today, and you have to do it today. And what does Carol Sue? What is Naughty Boss? What is Lady Cannon talking about? Two Sisters. What are we talking about? Write yourself a letter today. You write yourself a letter of your vision of this year, your vision of, so this is going to be a broader vision of your goals, not going to be broken down into the small segments that you can implement, say, on your planner. This would be a letter to yourself of where you feel your journey how it started today, and where you would like to see your journey of 2021 end. Now, I know that sounds a little bizarre, talking about the first day of the year. We're talking about this is the first day, and bam, new year, new you, new day, new month, new year. But you would be surprised. And I want you to seal that letter. I want you to seal that letter and tuck it in a space, in a place that you're going to know where it is, and open it on January 1st, 2022. It is an exercise that you are going to say, wow, make things that are attainable, make your vision very clear and precise, and own it. Know where you're going, know what you're working hard for, know what your goals are leading you to. And when you do that, you will find that you are putting out your goals, your vision out into the universe, and you're letting the universe know, because the universe has got a lot of energy. We talk about that all the time. You're letting the universe know that I'm taking charge of my life, and I know that I can accomplish this in 12 months. So write that letter to yourself, seal it, put it in a good spot, but do it today. That's part of the process. You have to do it today because it's kind of your first test. If you say, oh, that's such a great idea, TwoSistas, I love that, Carol. So I love that. I love that idea. I love that idea, Jan. I could do that. And then January 2nd, 2021 rolls around and you haven't done it. You've already failed the mission of what it's supposed to accomplish. Put yourself in such a spot that you are a priority. So this letter is a priority. And I promise you, your future self of 2022 will thank you. And that is my big goal today, is to write that letter to myself. So I'm challenging all our viewers, all our listeners, write that letter to yourself. Sit down. You can handwrite it. You can write it on the computer if that's easier for an easier spot. I always love pen and paper. It just sometimes the energy flows better for me, but other people, the energy flows on a keyboard, and that is fine too. Write the letter, print the letter out, but put it in a safe place. Seal it first, because that is a letter to you. That letter is meant to be read and to be absorbed by your old self to your new self. Because at the end of the day, every new beginning comes from some other's beginning's end. And that is the whole premise of my goals and kind of my mantra for the rest of the year.
I think that's a good one. And as all the popping is going on, I started to think, wow, 2022, I'm going to be turning 60. Holy crap. So this segment has nothing to do about nothing. So I was just thinking, okay, 2022, like I just said, I'm turning 60. My 40s really were the basis and the foundation of where I was directing my life to. My 50s, I will tell you, medical wise, probably was a shit show. One major hip operation, 2 shoulder operations within a year, a foot injury, 2 dental implants within 3 years of each other. But as much as, I'm talking about that, look at all the blessings that were in that. That gave me direction to focus, to create, to write my books that I've been involved with. And, I think what is going to be included in this letter today for me is, hello, where's that book you want to write?
Absolutely. And I agree. And I think when you put it out and you say you're going to do it, it gives you that, not even the ambition, but it kind of says, you know what, I got to be accountable to me. I've got to make it happen. I said I was going to do it. I'm not going to procrastinate anymore. I'm going to make myself a priority, my needs, because what I always say is it's not selfish to take care of what's within your heart, impacting people, helping other people. And a lot of times you need that discernment time. You need that time to, I've got to slow down. I've got to write things on paper. What do I really want? How am I not going to make sure that I procrastinate and all my dreams and goals go in the boneyard because I don't want that to happen. So I think for a lot of people, probably women more so than men, that you have that feeling like, oh, if I spend, an hour to myself, meditating, praying, journaling, really kind of feeling where your direction's going, that somehow it's selfish. And it is not selfish. It's health awareness, it's mindset, and sometimes we need that space. Now, like I said, women, I think, tend to think more guilty about it because we multitask, right? Don't you multitask? Whether you're a young mom and you're taking care of your children and you're homeschooling until homeschool university is over, which we don't know, right? A lot of people's schedules have had pivots and divots, and that's going to continue. You, instead of driving your children to all the activities, now you're getting them on Zoom. But guess what? Depending on that child's age, means more interaction from the parent. It's not just, okay, dropping the child off at Cheer Jam. No, I have to actually, assist in signing them on and making sure that, the connection's good, all these different things. So we almost feel like we shouldn't allow ourselves to have that time and space. Let me tell you something. It is Fantabulous Friday. Take the necessary time today. Write that letter to yourself. You deserve it. We all deserve a better awareness of our health and wellness for our physical being as well as our mindset.
Absolutely. And although I am not sure when my magical feet are going to hit that magical red mat, I have a black mat at home. I have a chair. I have hand weights. So I'm excited about that. And who knows where that's going to lead. So that's a little sidebar for me personally, but what is your mantra? Hey, Johnny, I see him going back and forth in the
back and forth on a live video, back and forth. He's working because apparently, I was thinking actually of Joe and Leanie, good friends of ours who have squirrels that come up and they feed them and they've got names for them. They're like their pets. Well, apparently we've got a squirrel. We noticed him on the lanai. So he's, the lanai's got the netting and he's like hanging off of it. And apparently he's got some little family going up there. So Johnny is trying to get rid of the squirrel family gently. I'm not sure how he's going to do it. I don't want to know. And that's what he's got going on this Fantabulous Friday. Although we are going to be off to play some pickleball with some good friends that came over last night and making sure that we're getting our healthy and wealthy on with, working. I'm actually going to be working the business today. And I'm also going to be kind of sampling all these new goodies that I have. And your package should be arriving soon. So we're super excited about that because Two Sisters, we always want to expand and enlighten people in all different aspects of health and wellness, whether it's your gut health, whether it's your different systems that you have, whether it's your mindset, whether it could be weight management, it could be, and when I say weight management, a lot of people automatically, especially on New Year's and New Year's Eve, they got those resolutions going. Don't forget, restart and detox, because that's so important. And we're going to be getting that on January 4th. And we are just, oh gosh, we're just full of excitement and passion. And we hope you guys are too. And with that, we don't want to keep you because we know you guys are celebrating New Year's and we are too. Happy New Year to all of you. This is Carol Sue, AKA Naughty Boss, Lady Canna, and Two Sisters with my better half, Two
Sistas. Hey, everyone. It's Janice. My little grandniece and grandnephew call me Jan, AKA the Wellness Diva here in North Haven. It's very chilly today. Go out and do something for yourself. Write that letter. Have a fantabulous Friday. Thank you so much for joining us in 2020. And we can't wait to see what 2021 brings. We will see you Monday. We're not sure what time yet, but we'll keep you posted. Have a great day, everyone. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.